punch, but don't do that to your friends. You can get arm guards and mitts and do this actually hitting, but even through those, Kyle will show you bruises.
Okay.
So essentially, we're taking this arm and we're rotating around it, right? And for practice, because we're friends and we like each other, we're using open palm. For real, that comes hard. And that center knuckle comes, and I sink it. That whip comes, everything comes. Obviously, we're not going to do that to each other. For practice, you can get like a Eskrima arm guards and some gloves and hit with it. Kyle will test that. You still get bruises from it. So for practice, Chris is simply going to feed me from here. We're going to reset. Chris is going to feed me again. We're going to go to the inside. We're going to reset. Go to the inside. Chris, come this way so you can see this. So this comes here. Comes again. Here. That's it. Practice.
Jeff, why don't you explain starting on the lateral line versus the diagonal, right?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so we start this usually on this lateral line. So, and that's okay at first, right? So we start here, here, here. You can see I'm a little far out. What it becomes is more here, where I'm kind of on more of a 30 degree, and that's because that's where I'm actually going to be able to fight this gentleman and do everything I have to do. So again, we start, you guys can start here on the lateral. It works in the lateral. It works better on the diagonal. Thank you. Do that for a couple minutes, guys, then we'll do some applications. Essentially what we're going to do is we're going to use two stances, and you're going to see how you play. So the next stance that we worked, right, we had this guy, and we worked this. Our turn. It's just a turn. It's innocuous. It's innocent. It's our turn, right? So we'll use these two stances to fight. So that punch comes, that's my first hit. This can come in, which I would do that. Here. My second hit is in here. You guys see something. I'm now in this stance here. That's it. It's going to come. Right in. And from here, we're just going to turn. Spread them out. We'll talk about finishes in a second. But for now, you have your first stance that we did. Boom, here. Oh, I have all this. I like that coming in because then I like this coming in because then I can hit the throat, I can shear the line. I'm actually going to take that leg. If I see a leg or arm in my way, I punch or kick it because it's there. Oh, that leg will be kicked out. Important with your stances though, and this is why the stance work is so critical, right? Is when I do this, my hips are forward, knees, nose, toes, everything's forward. When I enter like that, after I step back here, this is in alignment. Critical, and that's why this early stance work is so critical, right? Because if we don't have that, you don't have anything.
You want to do it from the other side?
Yeah. So again, guys, one, here, you don't have to do everything I did. Two, you're going to slide right in, and then you're just going to, I like to take the head. You don't even have to if you can press it, and turn. Spread. That's it. Try it, play. And then this stance. We deal with people of different height, weight structure, body type, and it's perfect. And we have a solution for all that. Right? So, if someone's significantly taller than you, which Kyle isn't, but Carissa and I were going through this exercise, if they're taller than you, just make them smaller. So let's come boom here, right? Say Kyle's up here, and I know that slide is going to be hard. I can go under one option, or I can just make them smaller. That's it. Thank you. Play.
Put the hand move toward the body. Hey guys, real quick, if you don't mind. Okay, guys, real quick, if you don't mind. Okay, so if you hit me, okay, I have my position here. If you look at me, my sternum is facing his shoulder.
Yep.
That means he has to cross his center to hit me, right? I can interrupt that because this guy's on here. Don't let this hand go on vacation. Once you start to enter, right, and boom, I'm here. Now this slides in. So if you look, that's my triangle point right there. And I just step to it. And I've got my position, right? It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So make sure this is here. If he keeps coming, I still have something I can use. Right? So here, boom. Shoulder first. If he's bigger than me, yes, I can break the leg. I can also just hit and come right up. And we're down. Okay? So, shoulder, all the way in.
Good stance work.
Somebody's got to do it. Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Shot in here, step like this, and boogie here. Just kind of boom.
And then shoulder. Follow the shoulder next to the
Okay, so I said we'll use 2 stances out of live, we're going to use 3. So we're going to talk a little bit about the horse, the breaking table, and once you get the guy on the ground, right? Because the premise of what we do is, to the outsider, overkill. Looks like that guy should have been broken, dead, hurt already. The problem is you don't know. Is he hopped up on drugs? Is he crazy? Is he super tough? So we just keep going. We take him to the ground, we keep going. We enter, we hit. We throw, we hit. We get to the ground, we hit. We break, we hit. And it looks like overkill, but it is real self-defense because you can't stop until that person has stopped whining or right? So Kyle feeds, boom, here, boom, I enter, bam, here, stop, come this way. Yeah, turn and throw, boom, okay. Now, this is our horse stance, right here. I got Kyle on what's called the breaking table. I got this arm that I can break, and obviously we're gentle with our friends. This is a, that's a I break it like here. Now this is it's a ballistic, it's a break, right? And I got his head here, I'm gonna dig it all into the eyes. This guy's still fighting me, man. It's not, he's probably not done. I'm gonna hit the throat, I'm gonna take the head, I'm gonna take the ground, boom! Pounds that off the ground. His head's there, I'm gonna stop that, right? So this is my tiger stance. I'm here, I'm gonna shin surf. I'm gonna shin surf his head. I'm gonna break this here. I'm gonna go into my Sigung and choke here. Okay? Break that. So that's where our stances come into play. We flow from this stance to this stance to this stance to here to here. And it looks like stance work, and it is. But you use it to fight. With the premise of, I take a line, I enter, and I destroy. Simple. Play. Thank you.
All right, here's a couple ways to look at this, right? So I got my snipe in, boom, and there's my hit. Now when I come in, yes, I can come in and pull this way, catch, and go. Or we can chainify it. I see how my hip was loaded. Now my spine unwinds.
Chang City.
Chang City. So, snipe, I always hit because I don't see it. Remember, this hand does not go on vacation. This is still dangerous, right? If I really snipe, that's going that way. Truth be told, if I keep this here, there's my hit. Now my step, I have to have my lever forward position down low, but not up high. And that gives my spine time to release. And it creates a wave. That disrupts, unbalances, and basically gives them a carnival ride. And then the real application, come visit us. Yes. I'm here. And you're ready. Grab it.
Yeah, a lot of it was
There is stuff like that. There is stuff like that. There is stuff like that.
Yeah, I was like, they all yeah.
Entering on 5, right? Entering on 5. Really
Yes. There's a little
It is, here, you have to be on the attack.
elbow here.
Yeah.
You notice, that's
Elbows here, but it's elbows here. Or if you're going to be really cool, you don't actually touch, break his structure. You can roll the hip, break his structure. Bam! Kick his head. Ground is your friend. We ground fight.
we got hit the ground.
Yes.
Car accident.
You know, the broken elbow. Yeah. You got it in the face.
You gotta neutralize it. Right? So the air pressure helps pop it. You take it down. Like upright. If you're leaning forward, that you get I can pressure this. You can't. Right? So you can't try to move your right leg. You can't. It's a driving machine. That's strength is here. That's
Very good martial chest. You still have that issue with the upper body. They're going to do the upper body. So this way, training more
Keep going, it's all good, man. These guys are.
and then when I step in, then comes this hip. And then comes the step. Stepping in. You know, that's why that's why we go in circles.
Be careful going down when I hear it.
But it's also, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I was in the car. Sometimes I'm not doing it. Yeah, that was 2 stories. I'm much better than I was now.
Now, would you, Justin, would you play that one? Here. Not that I could find.
So it's low, low, stop, high, 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 high. And hold the big cross. What we're doing here, guys, we're holding our shoulder blades in place to get our structure. This is our big cross right here, in place, and we're entering. Do a yeah. Couple of finer points to this, guys, is that when we're coming here, if you guys felt my fist, this is relaxed. I'm not tense. This is like an ape, like a monkey. These are hips. They're all nice and relaxed. And you're working forearm conditioning, you're working body conditioning, but you're learning to enter and give and receive force, because Justin and Kyle are coming at me as hard as I'm coming at them, so it's teaching me to take that hit and sink into it and be able to fight with it.
Very good. Would you do just that part with Justin 3 more times?
Yes, sir.
He's just starting to get it.
Which part?
The
Oh, yeah.
colliding.
Yeah, so the colliding. You come dance too. We like the outside. Let's go outside. Let's go outside. Yeah. That was it.
Yeah.
Do the last one. Again. Good. Again. Again. Ah.
Excellent.
I mean, you know, some guys do a shoulder shift. I don't want to do what I want to work on.
That one's too whippy. I would load
Hit straight.
and hit.
As you hit, you.
Yeah, no. Low. Don't let this rise up. Let everything hit. Low. For me? Alright.
So, here. You guys do it.
Yes. Okay. So, here are my opponent's bases, right? What I want when I enter, right? When I enter, is I want to take that base. Right? I don't worry about if I'm here, I'm going to come in and kick, do this, that's great. Unless I'm playing, right? In which case, I take the base or the crocodile, right? So, the key is where are you, right? If I'm standing like this, I wait in the center, and I try to kick, you see this coming. Okay, but I'm doing my stances. It's the same when I'm walking. So when I'm here, I've got this stuff happening, and then I can come on in. But that won't work throwing my leg out, so I'm not in balance, right? So take my entry, take the space. That's the ideal. If he's really fast, and I'm terribly uncomfortable dealing with him, then, you know, maybe I slide and get a little kick off. And we take the space. So you want to?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's pocket simplicity, right? So I come in, I have my entry. I can disrupt, but I like to think of this as a fly I want to swat. So when I come into my entry, boom, I'm going to take this step, right? And there's a more aggressive kind of monkey foot happening. Now if he's a big strong guy, right, and I come in and I can get in there, bam, it stays put. Then I can follow my ankle rolls. Okay? Everything just lines up.
Thank you. That's what I wanted. You want to give it a shot, Justin?
I need to see it from the outside before.
So this steps in, kicks that out. Let me have someone else, okay? Come here, Kyle. Come here, brother. Okay, hit me right, right? Boom, I take my entry here, right? This kicks it out, step it out. Step away. Boom, I take another one. But if you look, my strikes and everything are all right here. And oh, look, he might be able to get my back. He might shoot at me. Ha! No, he won't. All right? And look, it's all lined up. So people wonder, you know, why we do all this crazy kind of stuff. That's because he might be right here. Oh, isn't that fun?
Yes.
And look again, it's all lined up. It's a beautiful thing.
Ground fighting while standing up.
So one more time. I can do that. Move it out of the way. I take that. Notice, as soon as I collide into this, everything is right in line. And if you look, it's one of our basic entries too. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right.
Thank you, Joe.
So monkey foot, so monkey foot is a way of sticking with your opponent as he attacks you, you attack his leg, and you don't let him go. People are going to retreat. It's more than just capturing people who are retreating. It's working leg positions, working different attacks, and things you can do from those leg positions, learning how to compress the legs, learning how to follow, learning how to stick. Tons of things going on in monkey foot. The first real basic one that we do is Kyle feeds me. Simply parry, here's the outside, and come here. My first position is this inside position. Now Kyle is like that, so Kyle's going to step back. Hit me again, my shield comes up, or a parry, whatever you want really. I like the shield because in this situation, all I have to do is leave it here. I don't have to rely on timing, I'm slow. Here. You're also working shin conditions. Kyle can attest, that hurts. And your shins get tougher and tougher. So first monkey foot, very simple. Here, here. Or, be gentle. Step, take. Steps back. Trying to get out again. Steps back again. Steps back again. Okay, go guys. Work the first one. So, what are we doing here, right? There's a lot of applications that can come off with the first monkey foot. The first real basic one is a simple stop position. And you're working your triangle, but you're using this foot position to do it. So Kyle hits me here, I come in, I crash, I turn Kyle, and I hit him here, and now I have this triangle point right here, I have to hold. So here's the application. Stomp, his head here, to block that out. So very simple, but you got to break his base. So if Kyle's standing here strong, that's not good. Want to break his base, hit him, turn him, keep hitting him here, but his leg's here. And then I'm going to break that, and that is our dragon stance. It comes down holistically now on that knee. I want that knee going, and I want this going here. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. So first one, very simple. Here, it's going to come in if I crash in here. Turn, hold. Try. That's a really good question of Chris.
Chris, sorry.
That's a good question of, what are we doing with the handwork when we come in? So that punch is coming. I may be ready for it, I may not be ready for it, I may be on a good line. But I'm not only parrying it here and getting offline, but I'm also backing it up here. Because I'm not just going to rely on this. This may catch it, it may not catch it, it may be strong. This reinforces it. This can also be a hit too. I'm also kind of relying on my angulation, so I'm doing it subtle, so it's kind of hard for you guys to see, but I'm not just standing here, I'm actually doing that. Because I don't want to fight the box. So when that comes, here, takes them off immediately. Wham! That comes in. Pop, 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 pop. So the parry is one, this is your first defense, second defense, and even your body is your defense as you turn and position yourself to enter anyone. The triangle. So we have tape or something I can put on the floor to make a triangle.
Go.
So if we're looking at that sweep from monkey foot and overlaying our triangle theory on top of it, if you look at what's really happening, Kyle's stepping into the triangle, I'm hitting it, right? I'm doing our first turn. I'm actually doing our first Judt because I'm turning here just a little bit to get off that line. And there it comes here. Now I'm going to step to the point of the triangle. Bam! Now I still have to break his bases and do other things. Or if Kyle's strong, I can't sweep from there, but I would do other things I did in the one. I want to break his shoulders from his hips. So I'm going to use this as my lever. This is upper arm is my lever. And your levers can also be hidden. But for now, these upper arm is the lever. I'm going to turn them away. See this point of this sweep right here? Just like we do our triangle? Right here. So using the triangle, you are using the triangle. You might not think you're using the triangle, but you're using the triangle. Because that comes here, right to the point, push them off, sweep them over the top. Make sense, guys?
Pat gets here, we're gonna.
Okay. So the next monkey foot, so our first monkey foot position was here. The next monkey foot position is here. Simple. 1, 2. See, so Kyle's going to come and hit. I'm going to accept that. He's going to, now that hit's coming. And again, I got this shield up. I'm going to accept. I'm going to punch. Come here. Punch. Come here. Now there's different levels of this, right? If we can be relatively shallow, I can be knee height. I can be here. This has too. That's monkey foot as well. But the basic foot position, the position that you're in, is the same. It's this, your forward leg on the outside of his leg. And you want to try and roll that so it compresses that. It does the instruction. Those are all kinds of fun stuff. So one more time. Here, here, I just did 3 different entries. Work this entry, guys.
KunTao.
So when that comes, you're going to turn a little bit, and you're going to slide this along. And accept that and hit and walk in. That comes, I accept, I hit, and walk in. Accept, I hit, and walk in. So it's this combing the hair. We do this in Satsu, we do it in a lot of different things. Accept, hit, walk in. Accept, hit, walk in. So it's going to come from here. Monkey foot number 2. Thank you.
So the question came up about some positioning. My student Guru, Stel, he'd call him Honey Badger. About yay high and I'll beat everybody up. You don't care. But he'll come in literally hip to hip on monkey foot 2, right? But all we're talking about are different depths. Depths happen based on the relative size of the opponent and what you're choosing to do. So when I'm getting fed, I could do, for the camera, I need to set it onto this hand so the camera can see what I'm doing. I might come in and be at the ankle, right? And of course that kind of gives me the knee. This is an ankle depth position, right? When I'm here. Boom, there's all kinds of stuff that can happen. Then it could be boom, at the knee, right? That's the Mahjong position Guru Jeff was just showing, right? Then, I'm a little long-legged to be doing this one to Justin, but when I come in, I can literally be, this is only do this one if you know what you're doing, because he can crank you here. I can be in a hip position, you all right?
Yep.
So, when I come in, boom, I slide into the hip. And then, of course, just because I'm not here, doesn't mean the puka line doesn't apply. So when I'm here, actually let me have someone, let me have Jeff, because this is going to hurt. Okay, so when I'm here, when I hit, see how this rises up? And there's my puka line. So when I come in, I have this, alright? We get our toys into play. Okay? So ankle, knee, hip, and then all the way through. Alright, so the last one is monkey butt. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Try, play.
Cool, take 1.
Okay, so this next technique comes off of our elbow Judt and our entry, right? So we enter and we cover. And this is a way to enter, take a line, cover. We don't have to target. You just go and you stop the fight very quickly. So, sorry, Cal. So again, I want to make sure we understand where this comes from. Though. It comes from our elbow Judt on the line. You come out. So Kyle feeds me. This is going to come here. This is going to enter here. This elbow hits. The great thing about this is that I don't care where my targeting is. And in a fight, adrenaline, guys coming at you, you might not be able to target. I just have to go. Those lights are. And I got this down here guarding. If that comes low, I got, if he's coming with a low punch, because this is open, got that, I got that, I got a lot. So for now, guys, and what it becomes is here, that's actually what it becomes, I'm not gonna do it now. You
Thank you.
you carry that, your whole spine whips into that. You hit it with your whole being. And monkey foot, you might go away, you gotta chase it. That's where your monkey foot comes in. Try that entry, be very careful. The receiver, Kyle's done this a lot though. He's got his hand up, please keep that hand up. Because this can come to the throat, the chin, here, whichever. Sequel Jekyll, so here, try it. Don't work. I see a lot of finishes do often here. Probably the most simple one, but the funnest one, is you have hit here, right? This is going to hit, you have all this juice in here. It's going to come down. I am simply going to walk my line. I'm going to walk that line there. I'm going to go into my next stance. I'm just going to walk. That's it. Knee falls right there. I walk. I've already hit, and I walk. You might walk a couple times. That's okay. We'll walk. And those are that's your stance. That's your basic entering stance. That's your basic KunTao stance. Easy. The cow hits again. Comes in. Bam. This comes. Bam. This can hit. This can hit. You're all there. It's right here. Oh, that might hit. A lot of punishment that can be put in there. But I'm going to simply walk a line. I'm going to walk my line that way. So when I say my line, guys, what I mean by a line is there's a line from my heels to my shoulder to my triangle point. I'm walking this line. Bam. Boom. Pop. Here. Just walk. Oh, his head's there. Got the head there. That's your top. That's your see. Here. Hit. Goes down, boom, boom. And walk. That's your finish off of Sigung Jekyll.
Come on out here with me. Jeff and I are going to talk about sticking hand because this is one of the absolute keys to learning KunTao Silat, especially learning the application. Because you can't have this much distance between you and understand KunTao Silat. KunTao Silat is a toe-to-toe art. And Jeff and I are going to get a little closer than toe-to-toe. And we're going to start playing. And the idea is you want to just be able to poke or block or hit. And you can't get away from your partner because, oh, you're away from me. But see, now I even moved in closer. So now he thinks he can outweigh me. But see, this is where I'll see your glunting, the finger breaks, the wrist breaks, the thumb breaks, all of that stuff comes in right here. And the Chinese style as well. So Guru Jeff is going to instruct you on the finer points of sticking hand. And I'm going to film. Oh, we had that off. Damn it, Spock, I'm a doctor. Go ahead.
You gotta do it again.
No, go ahead.
So Kyle. So sticking hands, Guru had a great introduction to this. This is really, KunTao Silat is an infighting system, right? We fight close. We don't fight out here or here. And our sticking hands drill enables us to listen. It's a listening hand skill. We're listening to what the opponent's doing. A lot of this is momentary, right? We do this as a drill and we fight it, we play it, we have a good time with it. And this isn't going to last, we're going to come in, boom. But this is, I've made connection. Now I have to feel what my opponent's doing because we're fighting close. And I don't want him to get away from me. Kyle tries to get away from me, and I keep following Kyle. Sticking hands kind of monkey. So we got to stay close, and we want to be able to sense what our opponent's doing by feeling. And you have to stay relaxed, which I always joke that people say, stay relaxed, Jeff. Damn, stay relaxed. Oh, I'm like, I can't relax, you're hitting me. But we have to stay relatively relaxed, elbows in. Try not to grab at first. Eventually, it'll become all these things that Guru Steve and I were doing with grabs and all other kind of stuff. Initially, though, we want to stay straight and just make circles. This is step one. Just make circles. Stay connected. It's a nice cool breeze. Relax. Relax. That's it. We're not going to hit because initially we don't hit. We eventually hit because we want to be relaxed. When we start hitting, the relaxation goes away. It shouldn't, but that's part of the training, right? I'm just going to make circles. Kyle's going to follow me, or I'm going to follow Kyle. This is step one, sticky hands. Very simple, very gentle. It's not combative. It's just sticky. No matter what Kyle does now, we can make circles or just play. I have to stick with it. Even no matter what I do, I come down, I come up, and this way. And stay close. Just going to stick. Relax, even your structure. Breathe when you do it. Very, 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 very simple. Try that, guys. Step one, sticky hands. Okay, so we do sticky hands, but we also do sticky legs, right? Because we've got monkey foot. But we also, we do monkey feet, so we fight with our hands and our feet. Sticky leg is a drill to really get you to stick to the other person's leg as they adjust. You're not going to let them go. And it also gets you to start sensing where those pressure points are, where his balance is off, and be able to sweep. We start off real simple. Here, and we just roll. We just roll. Feeling where Kyle's going, he's feeling where I'm going. Pull to the outside, and Kyle's got to stick with me. He'll change, he'll do something. I'm going to change here. Boom. Stick your leg. And we'll roll. It's actually a good shin conditioning exercise too. And Kyle will sense if my balance is here, boom, he can do that, right? I'll sense if Kyle's balance is here, I can do that. Don't need your sticky leg. We'll just roll. Play.
Let's play.
Right, we play, we have fun, we learn. This is how you learn. It's a good shin conditioning. You come up, here, here. And you actually start working some puka on there too. Like here, I can take this, pull it, and hit them. But the base level, sticky legs. Here, that's our position. Naga position. Pull out. Puka. So, guys, start here on the inside. Just transition. Don't do what Kyle and I were just doing. We can, but just try and stick with each other. Follow each other, switch position. Outside, inside. Be outside, inside here. I can turn to my naga here. Set out. Sticky leg.
Thank you, Jeff.
Oh, it ain't recording?
No, it turns red.
Oh, man.
That's all right. I thought you knew.
Oh, that's the record button?
Just the record lights blinking.
Yes, yes, it's just going every day.
You ain't a car.
One thing you can practice while you're watching television, if your wife or girlfriend, or significant other, whoever is okay with it, mine usually gives me a hard time, but she's okay with it, is switching the knife positions. This knife's a little smaller than these two, that's okay. We have our basic grip. This grip here, turn it over. Here, pen grip, push grip. All these different grips on the knife that you can do, and you switch grips here, switch grips here, and you play them. You play them while you're watching TV, while you're looking at your KunTao Silat videos on YouTube, or videos that you've bought in distance learning. And there's a time and a place for changing grips, right? If Kyle comes in, my initial cut is here. One of the ways that to train casually while you're watching TV or doing whatever you're doing, watching your KunTao Silat distance learning videos on your computer is to practice switching your knife grips all the time. You know, we do this. Obviously, constant training is critical to what we do, and you know, you can always do these. So I can start with my basic grip. I have this grip here, this kind of pointer grip, reverse grip. We can change here, 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 flip it over here, change again, here, here. All these grips you can do, and there's a time and a place for them, right? So Kyle and I are out here. Yeah, I'm not doing that because Kyle does that to me. He just starts switching grips and all that stuff. I'm just going to take his knife and do that and kill him. Sorry, anything else?
Damn it, Spock.
The time and place is that comes here. This my grip is here, right? But I want to cut up this arm. So to flay out this arm, I really got to change my grip here. And this becomes this here, this grip here. Looks weird, right? When will we ever use that? You will. Here. And then I might change it to here. So there's a time and a place to change the grips. You know, out here or engage, absolutely not. When we get in, here's how I'm going to change my grip. I might have to slice down and cut all this here. And that comes here. And pop back up there. And here. Slice it down again. Break down. Like thicker. Slice. So, time and a place to change grips. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, sir. What was it like?
Very good.
Now let's talk about timing, okay? So, Kyle has a blade, I have a blade. That's really unfortunate, because the ideal knife defense would be this. I have two blades, Kyle has none. However, that doesn't always happen. So, I'll look at timing. So the first timing is, I don't really know I'm in a fight, right? And I have to slow his timing down. Deal with it. It's a surprise. So he becomes, oh, here, right? And now, this might look like I'm blade to blade, but I'm not. I'm cutting his fingers off, which gives me this arm, right? So I'm retreating the timing by giving way, right? And I cut, and then we go. And now, even if in practice he's still holding the blade, that's okay, because this is a knife, and I'm slicing that off. There's no more cutting, and then we can, you know, do all of our nice, beautiful technique. Then there's a timing you always see, right, where it hits, oh, and I'm here, right? And this is how we practice to get to the timing that works, right? Which is here, okay, and again. I don't wait, right? I accelerate the timing. take it off. All right? Hey, look, I disarmed him by stabbing him. Doesn't have to go slow. He didn't need that. That's mine. So every time you look at this, every time you look at engagement with the blade, I want to look at what's my timing. Was I surprised? So I retrieve the timing, because now you got to enter, right? Oh, thank you. Life is good, right? We got all our little tricks. We have our I'm good, he's good, and I match my timing. Right? Oh, look, fingers. Right? Notice the cut is this way. That way you don't ruin your shoes when this comes out. And third timing, which is I'm here. I advance the timing. Okay, so it's a little play of the same thing, but gives you a way to look at it, work with it, and be able to defend yourself. Now keep in mind, each has its own strength, each has its own weakness. You know, if he's coming in like, you know, and I'm retreating, I could die, right? Which is why we bring the fight in. Same thing applies if we're here and I bring the attack, he knows I'm coming. He stabs me first. He wins, because he met my timing, right? So what I need is something like, you're good, right? To take his attention away so I can advance the timing. So this will be a whole longer topic we'll be getting into if you come visit us at any of Pock Stevens' seminars. But this gives you something to start with. Enjoy it.